Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole, my pronouns are she and her, and I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional unceded territory of the Coast Salish Nations. Today is Saturday, it's the weekend, so it's time to check in on our budget together. This video is a little late. I'm not sure that anyone would notice, but I would like to think that someone's curious about what I bought this week. And the reason is because I had some trouble with my software that I use to record my screen, and it wasn't recording audio. So I figured it out. Actually, I just deinstalled it and then reinstalled it, and it's working again. Today we found out that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be our new executive team. President, vice president, I don't know what else to call that. And that is really exciting news. And on behalf of white women and white working class and middle class people, I'd just like to say thank you to Black and Indigenous folks, especially women, for carrying us this election, because if it was up to us, we would have another 4 years of the same. And I'm very thankful that that is not the case. So thank you. And thanks to everyone who got out there and did their duty. I think that y'all know, and I hope that y'all are also, I'm going to keep doing other things. We're not done, all that. And I hope that y'all keep doing all the cool things that you're doing. And I hope that city, counties, states see how important the work they're doing is, especially when we have someone incompetent running the entire country. That local work is just so important. Okay, that's the end of my sort of take on that. I've had a pep in my step today. I'm not going to lie, that I just haven't felt in a long time. So I hope that you all are doing well. Let's go ahead and get into the transactions because there's kind of a lot of them. Let's see here. Transactions. I'm going to scroll down to daily living. I did do a few things in this area: groceries, restaurants, household, kitties. I got some coffee with a friend, and that was $8.34. It was legitimately kind of expensive coffee, but then I've always been trying to leave kind of bigger tips than usual. I went to Costco, and that was $41.96. I also went to, where are you, f.i.r.e, and that was $33.66. So I did both of those actually last weekend, and then I actually already went to the store for next week. Normally these are on different check-ins, but hey, Violet just jumped up here. There are different check-ins, but I'm just, I already did it, so I'm going to go ahead and include it since I went today before I made this video. And that was to Grocery Outlet, and that was $49.02. So if you look, we're only in week 1, but I've already spent a good amount of this. And this month, I'm actually trying to be a little strategic. That's not always my goal, but I actually at Costco and then today at Grocery Outlet, I got a few things that are for the month, things that I get every week. And those things were, in addition to veggies and that kind of stuff, but those things were almond milk, eggs, and cheese. Yeah, I mean, I bought them for the whole month. So it was, we'll see how that goes. And I got gas. That was $25.37. That was on election day, or the day before. It was on Monday. And that was probably the first time in the history of my entire life that I have thought, oh, I'm getting low on gas. Maybe I should fill up. I'm just not that kind of person, and I don't drive that much. So a quarter tank could probably last me a week or two at certain, especially during quarantine. But I did fill up just in case. But anyway, I also went to an event on election day, a community event, and I paid for parking downtown, so that was $2.50, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into the gas transportation area. Let's see, I went to Sonic last week sometime. It was $13.22. I got popcorn chicken, which is delicious, but I got my very favorite thing, which is stuffed jalapeno poppers. Yeah, that's the only restaurant I know of that makes them, and they're so good. I also got a beer and pizza at an outside place. I actually went on a socially distanced date. It was not a match, but it was kind of fun. And I got beer for $5.01 and pizza for $6.10. And again, those are pretty significantly tip. I went to PetWorks today, so I've had really good luck getting my cat to take his many medications. Sorry, doing something weird. I've had really good luck having Junior take his many medications stuffed inside of like treats, and some of them are ground up and put into like a wet food, but I have to keep changing up what that stuff is, and so yeah, I spent $38.47 today on essentially cat treats, and so that's going to go into kitties. Shout out to my sister for reminding me that this was even a trick that worked. I sort of thought he had like figured this out years ago and wasn't going to be tricked again, but it's working really well. It's kind of expensive though. We'll see. While we're on that topic, the monthly food came, and that was $72.03. If you're new here, yes, I spend a lot of money on my cats. And I've got two kind of weird transactions, not weird, but just random a little bit. One, this was actually a transaction from October, but I forgot to include it, and that was $15. A friend of mine is moving, and I bought their Happy Light from them for $15, so I'm going to put that in household. And then the other one was that last month, my downstairs neighbors moved out. We share a basement and a laundry area, and I had thought that they had left laundry soap, and I used it, but it was actually my new neighbors. So I just paid them back for it because it's just so weird. Someone's using your laundry soap, not cool. So I went ahead and paid them back for it. So I'm going to put that in household. And now I'm going to scroll on up. Oh, wait. While we're down here near car stuff, my registration was due this month, and it was $108.25. Thankfully, I've been putting $10 a month towards that for the whole year, and I had exactly enough, so that was pretty cool. And in my bank, I've got this set as an expense, so it will come out every single month again, and it'll be ready for me next November. Okay, let's scroll on up. I spent $58. I bought 2 calendars from an artist that I know. They're actually a former student and actually former student employee as well. They worked for me in the art department, and they're an amazing comic book artist, and they made a tarot-inspired, Butch-inspired calendar this year. So I bought 2. I will probably gift one and use one, but I just love supporting, as y'all know, independent artists, but especially when they're, you know, alum and like a former employee. Like, how cool is that? So that was $58. Trans Lifeline came out, and that goes into sharing my income. This is all under radical intersectional feminism, and if you don't know what Trans Lifeline is, it's a crisis line for trans folks. So really a really amazing thing, the first of its kind. My Patreon came out. It's a little more this month. It's $25.40, and that's because I started supporting somebody else. And those are just small, all of that, Trans Lifeline and the Patreons, they're just small, like $5 donations, but I give them every single month. Some of them, it's been over a year now, or maybe 2 years. I think 2019 is when I started my first Patreon memberships. And last but not least, I got my interest this month. It's down, of course, you know, a little more money in there, but interest rates are constantly falling. And so that was $6.76, and that's going to go right into there. Okay. Oh, wait, something I realized is I forgot to take this back out, but I got my first paycheck. It actually hasn't hit my bank yet, but it's on the internet, and that was $1533.78, so that went into next month. Since I had to re-record, I forgot to take that out. The last transaction here is that Land's End coat that I returned. I'm actually wearing the one that fits right now. I need to double check to see if that came off. It did let me know that it got picked up, but I haven't double checked to see if it came off my card, so I'm glad this reminder is here. I'm going to do that, and I'll let y'all know next week. And I think Violet's coming to say bye. That is everything for this week. I hope that you all are doing well, celebrating and getting ready for the hard work that we still have ahead. And I will see you, as always, in the next video.